Today we're gonna find out if Chat GPT can make me a better fisherman. It's embarrassing that I'm having to come to this point, but we have Chat GPT right here on my mom's phone, and we are going to try to catch a fish. See if Chat GPT can help me catch a fish. So I'm at a neighborhood pond here. Looks pretty good. I've caught some fish out here before and I know what bait to use, but I'm gonna ask Chat GPT what I should use and see if it can help me catch a fish. So here we go. What bait should I use to catch a fish right now in a neighborhood pond? Here we go. Okay, here, let me read this to you guys. So, for a neighborhood pond in late May, your best bet depends on what fish are in there. But for most Texas DFW style ponds with bass and bluegill, there are high percentage baits right now. If you want to catch anything quickly, live worms under a bobber for bluegill, perch, and little bass. We're not doing that. We're going for the big bass. So if you want bass right now, warm weather, spring, heading in. Boys, there's a blow up right there. Where were we? Spring heading into summer, bass are usually early morning, evening, up shallow, midday, near shade, or in the deeper parts of the water. That's what we're gonna be doing. What do we need to throw? Okay. Best easy baits. Green pumpkin, wacky rig, Senko. That's actually what I have tied on right now. White spinnerbait, topwater frog, black and blue Texas rig worm. I don't have that. I don't have a black and blue right now. Yeah. So we're gonna try that. All right, so ChatGPT said wacky rig, green pumpkin, Senko. I didn't have green pumpkin, but I do have watermelon red, and they're pretty much the same color. So let's try to get it done with that. So you guys wanna catch a fish on that? Okay, so the next bait that Chat said to use is a white spinnerbait. Sadly, I actually don't have a white spinnerbait with me right now, but I do have a spinnerbait, and it should do the trick. This one's like a chartreuse green. So, should be able to catch some fish with this. Oh gosh. What the? Dang it, I'll fix that later. No time to fix it now. This hopefully can do the trick. I fished around with the wacky rig for a while, and didn't get any bites on that. So hopefully the spinnerbait will do. Yeah, but yeah, the wacky rig, I fished around the entire pond with it, and no bueno. So hopefully we can get something going on this spinnerbait, and then yeah. So that, look at that thing in the water. It's kind of hard to see. Come on now. Come on now. Are you kidding me? I finally catch a fish, and it's like, oh, okay. Finally catch a fish. Dang. Finally, I catch a fish on the spinnerbait, by the way. There we go. And it is like my PB green sunfish. I mean, are you kidding me? That is a massive. Oh. Okay. I thought he was gonna flop in the water. But I mean, look at this. He's literally the size of my hand, and I have a big hand. Incredible. That's the biggest green sunfish I've ever caught on a pretty large spinnerbait. I mean, look at the size comparison on that. That's kind of wild, but let him go back into his pond. First fish, or actually second fish of the day, but the other one oh my gosh, look at that. That's insane. That's just that algae that's in this pond. Anyways, just wiping on my shirt. First fish of the day. I caught another bass earlier, but it was like early today, and I didn't even have a GoPro. I wasn't thinking about filming this, but yeah, first fish of the day. We're gonna keep on going with the spinnerbait. Here we go. There we go. A bass. All right, not a big one at all, but it's a bass on the spinnerbait again. Chat GPT coming in clutch. Spinnerbait gets it done with a little bass. Not bad. Let's go, boys. He's a really dark color. Cool bass. But yeah, good work. I also forgot to mention that that bass and green sunfish was actually back-to-back casts. Totally forgot to mention it in the video. But yeah, back-to-back casts on that. We still got the spinnerbait tied on. We're still fishing. All right, so the next lure that ChatGPT says is a top water frog, and I actually on my other rod right here. Oh gosh, that one had the spinnerbait in it. But on my other rod right here, I have a top water frog. So we're just gonna start fishing with that. See how this, I think it actually might work because we've got all this algae, and I think that might work. I have never seen a frog in here though. It also does say best around sunrise and sunset. I don't know. It is not sunrise and sunset. It is 5:18. So actually, we're kind of getting to that sunset. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, got a top water frog. See you guys if I catch a fish, or this is actually the last lure, so we'll see. All right, I'm done fishing, but I do have my final reviews on if ChatGPT actually made me a better fisherman. Here's what I have to say. It did. I'm gonna say it did, because here's why. I would have called it after quitting with the wacky rig, because I was fishing with a wacky rig to start, and I would have called it after fishing with a wacky rig and not getting anything. Wacky wig. But I got two. One was a giant green sunfish, but the other was a good, not a good sized bass, but it was a bass. It's pretty small, but that's okay. I do catch a lot of dinks when I'm fishing. Yeah, I actually caught a 4-pounder earlier today, so that was fun. But here's the picture. Yes, I got it on the scale. The picture doesn't do it justice, but I did catch one. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's good enough. ChatGPT makes me a better fisherman, and if you want to be a better fisherman, ask ChatGPT. It might be able to help you out. So hit that follow button, like this video, comment down below what do you want to see me do next.